Have you ever noticed how time seems to fly when you're having fun, but drags on forever when you're bored? It's a curious phenomenon we've all experienced, isn't it? This concept is known as time perception, and it's fascinating how it can shift and warp depending on the situation. Imagine standing in line at the grocery store. Every tick of the clock feels like an eternity, right? But when you're laughing with friends at a party, hours can feel like minutes. It's as if our brains have a little speed dial for time that adjusts based on our experiences. So, what's going on here? Why does our perception of time seem to shift depending on what we're doing? Believe it or not, there's actually a scientific explanation for this phenomenon. It all begins with your brain. Yes, that 3-pound marvel nestled between your ears is responsible for the way you perceive time. Let's take a simple example. When you're engrossed in a thrilling novel or watching a captivating movie, time seems to fly, doesn't it? But when you're stuck in a boring meeting or waiting in line at the grocery store, every minute feels like an eternity. That's your brain processing different types of activities and experiences, leading to this varied perception of time. The brain doesn't have a dedicated region to keep track of time. Instead, it relies on a network of regions to create our sense of time. The prefrontal cortex, the basal ganglia, and the cerebellum all play a part in this complex process. You can think of them as the conductors of your brain's symphony, each contributing to the melody that is your perception of time. Now you might be wondering, how do we know all this? Well, scientists have conducted numerous studies to understand this phenomenon. For instance, a study by the University of California found that when we're focused on a task, our brain's attention and memory resources get used up, causing us to underestimate the amount of time that has passed. On the other hand, when we're bored or waiting, our brain has less to process, making each second feel longer. But don't worry, you're not alone in this. Everyone experiences these shifts in time perception. It's a universal phenomenon, deeply embedded in our human nature. And it's not just about the activities we're engaged in. Our emotions, our age, even our cultural background can influence how we perceive time. So, next time you're stuck in traffic or waiting for your coffee to brew, remember, it's not time playing tricks on you, it's your brain. But wait, there's more. Our perception of time isn't just about what we're doing, it also depends on a whole bunch of other factors. Let's take a peek into some of these influences, shall we? Age, for instance, plays a significant role in how we perceive time. Remember when summer vacations felt like they lasted forever when we were kids? That's because as we age, each passing year represents a smaller fraction of our lives, making time seem to speed up. Emotions too can warp our time perception. Ever noticed how time seems to slow down during a terrifying moment? That's your brain in hyper-alert mode, soaking in every detail to help you react to the threat. And on the flip side, time flies when we're having fun because our brain isn't focusing on tracking time but rather on enjoying the experience. Our attention also plays a pivotal role. When we're deeply engrossed in a task, we lose track of time. It's like when we're absorbed in a good book and suddenly realize it's 2 a.m. Our brain's focus on the task at hand makes us oblivious to the ticking clock. So, the next time you're feeling like time is either rushing by or dragging its feet, take a moment to consider what might be influencing your perception. So, let's quickly recap what we've learned about the fascinating world of time perception. We've delved into the science behind how our brain perceives the passage of time. It's not a simple ticking clock, but a complex process involving different parts of our brain working together. We've also discovered how various factors can play a role in skewing our perception of time. Factors such as age, attention, emotion, and even the temperature can make time seem to either speed up or slow down. And most importantly, we've learned that our perception of time can vary greatly depending on the situation we find ourselves in. A thrilling roller coaster ride might seem to be over in a flash, while waiting for a pot of water to boil can feel like an eternity. In the end, time might be fixed, but our perception of it is anything but. Isn't that fascinating? Before we wrap up, if you've enjoyed this journey through time perception, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights. We explore various intriguing topics that will surely make you pause and ponder. By subscribing, you're not only supporting us, but you're also making sure you won't miss out on any of our future videos. And remember, time waits for no one. So, hit that subscribe button now. Let's continue exploring the intriguing mysteries of life together. Stay curious,